morning tribe, how you going? It's a fit test video. So super easier than some of the other styles that I've done before, but the big thing in here is that we're actually doing it for time. So pro, you've got 4 rounds, intermediate starter, you've got 3 rounds. So no matter what, no 20-minute AMRAP, which I've done before, so as many rounds as possible for time. You've just got to get those rounds done and then stop the clock at the end. And then hopefully that's going to really motivate you and inspire you to want to get a shorter time. So air squats, just normal squats, just to distinguish. The good thing about this, you may only need a step and 1 dumbbell for the whole fit test, which is super, super good. So air squats, we're just going to work on depth if you can, whether you need to go in a sumo position or hips underneath the shoulders. So wherever you can go comfortably, hitting that chest up. Now remember, we're working on technique, which is really important. So cameraman, what we're going to actually show you is, I've been saying the introduction of what we call a TRX strap or resistance straps. I have also rings here as well. These are fantastic whether you're pro, intermediate or starter if you want to work on depth. So what you can actually do, get your camera around here, is what I call fairy fingers, holding on. Yep, still beautiful stance. Yep, and what it does is if you've got tightness through the hips or the back, you'll actually be able to get the depth without kind of hinging too much forward, and you're going to actually work and engage those quads more. Still pushing up through the heels, my chest is still up, and see if you have a look at these fingers, I'm not hanging on for dear life to come out the back. Yep, I'm still keeping a good technique because eventually I want to wean you off these. Yeah, and still be able to get the depth. So $20 from Kmart, these are amazing, or Aldi, definitely an amazing investment to get you working with squats. Sit-ups, show you a little bit of technique. So pro crew, you've got the army sit-ups, forearm must go up and over the knee, is that correct, Kez? Yep, he's the army man behind the camera. So if you need a dumbbell to help you achieve that starter or intermediate crew, I still want you to try and come up the whole way, and eventually you're going to note, hey, I'm using the dumbbell overhead, or eventually I only need it in front to help me get up, or I only need a little smaller swing to help get up, or maybe it might just be here, and that's totally cool as well. Yeah, it's still going to work the core, and just make sure that's where you're at, because hopefully over time we're going to get nice and strong. The next one is we've got dumbbell snatches, so depending what level. So sumo squat position, 45-degree angle on those toes, those knees are going to track in the same direction. The weight never comes out of the shoulder, guys. Sitting directly into it, this is just a really good technique cue. I see a lot of people let it hang. Yep, what that does is round off the back. Yep, comes straight down. We're always keeping this weight super close to the body, coming down, driving up the elbow, switching it over and pulling up through the roof. Yep, but you're going to make it flow rather than a pull to press. But again, if you find it easier to get that pull to press, go for it. I'm totally okay. Excuse me. Or roll it up and throw it through the roof. Again, you don't want it to come up and then pull away from the body. Keep it super nice and close. And then we'll do 15 right, 15 left, or 10 right, 10 left. Push-ups, yay. Let's have a look on technique. This is really important. We are not 90 degrees here. Yeah, elbows, super old school. Yep, elbows go back at a 45-degree angle. Nose, knees or toes. It was like the combination of them. Yep, all the way to the ground. Release the hands. Exhale, breathe, and push up. Yep, so yep, that way what you're doing is actually engaging the core and the chest. So really important, those elbows are going to go back. Yep, and then burpees. So hand release burpees again, making sure you hit that floor with the chest. We tend to try and get you guys to clap behind. The reason being is we want your chest to come up. So clapping up, out, hand release, push, tuck back up for pro. It might be knee, hand release, knee, up, step for intermediate, and it might be also just using the step for starter crew as well. So go wherever you're at, but make sure you record that So if you're 9 weeks down the track and you're like, hey, I'm not using the step anymore, that's awesome. That's a huge improvement. So little loop run was at the start. That's going to get the heart rate up and you're just going to go round, 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 round. Now we've also put a little hero fit test in there. You do not have to do this, but it's only a couple of rounds. The reps are low. If you have a chin-up bar, like at home, and you want to use that, this is where you can have a bit of poetic license, guys. You could do some pull-ups for the pro crew. You can add some barbell cleaner presses in there as well. You've got the beautiful kettlebell swings. We've sort of already touched on these. Kettlebell swings up to 10s. You've got some shoulder presses. Imagine I've got 2 in my hands. And some butterfly sit-ups. So ones we've kind of done before, but again, just adding for time, butterfly sit-ups or butterfly crunches. Your ab pikes here, starter crew, again, back nice and flat. So it's just about going that little bit extra if you need to. You want to test out how many push-ups, how many kind of sit-ups you're doing in 2 minutes. Then you might want to do a wall sit or a plank and have other different ways. But again, you might have some non-negotiables in there that you want to test. How many pull-ups you can do. Use whatever your goals are and slot it into this program, but record how long it takes you to do these rounds. That's it. Enjoy.